Hey comic fans, welcome to another episode of the Comic Drill. I'm your host Scott today, and this was kind of a spur of the moment video I decided to record. Right before Christmas, my local comic shop had a sale. My local shop has a huge basement, and he usually uses that area to store some of his convention books and toys and things that he usually doesn't put out in the shop. Once or twice a year, he has a basement sale where everything in there's $1, and so he decided to open, since he hadn't been able to do that because of COVID, he decided to do a basement sale, but this time he opened the entire basement, which he normally doesn't do. Well, there were about 260 or so long boxes in there to go through, and everything was $1, or you could fill an entire long box, and it was $100. So I proceeded to spend several hours digging through these boxes. I found a few spec books, some minor keys, and just some cool items I thought I'd show you guys what I got. And so we're going to do that. But if you would, before we get started, if you'd hit that like button and that subscribe button, it really help us out a lot, and we'd appreciate it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So first comic is Green Lantern number 173 from 1984. The so-called significance of this book is it's the first appearance of the Javelin, who is actually going to be a villain in the new Suicide Squad movie by James Gunn. And I'm sure he'll be killed off in the first 10 minutes of the movie, but still, this book's got it's a little bit of heat, nothing major. But not only did I find one copy, found 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, and 5 copies. 5 copies, all newsstand, all mint condition. And so we'll see. I'll probably sell some of those. The next bunch is Truth, Red, White, and Black, number 1. And I have not read this before, but it's supposedly the story of a black man who actually became the first Captain America before Steve Rogers. And rumor is he is going to make an appearance in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus show. So I picked this up. I found 1 copy, 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, 5 copies. So I got 6 copies of that. And really, I paid under. Again, remember, I actually paid less than $1 a book for these. I found 2 copies of Black Hammer number 1 from Dark Horse and Jeff Lemire. And this has supposedly been picked up by, I think, one of the streaming services, either Netflix or Amazon Prime. So 2 copies of number 1. Again, less than $1 a piece. Next, I found 2 copies of the new Captain Marvel number 17. The significance of this book is it's the first appearance of the daughter of the original Captain Marvel, the male Captain Marvel, and a character named Elysius. I don't really know the backstory, but I think her name's oh gosh, I can't think of her name, but she became Quasar for a while in the Annihilation books. She's been in some of the Guardians of the Galaxy books recently, but it's the first appearance of her daughter. Again, there's rumors her being in the MCU, and this book's actually selling. I looked online for anywhere from $50 to $60. So I picked up Secret Wars issue 4 or 5. This is the series that introduced Quake to the comic book world. This was not her first appearance in this issue. I think that's the one with Wolverine on the cover, but I still picked it up, less than $1. I got issue 1 and issue 2 of the Black Adam miniseries. I already had these copies, but I figured why not pick them up, especially with the Black Adam movie coming out in a couple of years with The Rock. So pick those up. And another issue I already had, but It was the newsstand version of Spider-Man #6 by Todd McFarlane. That's a great Hobgoblin cover, so I couldn't resist picking that up. I picked up the miniseries, The Manhattan Guardian. That was issue 1 and 2. And also issue 3 and issue 4. I've never read these, but supposedly DC's new event next year, Future State, he is going to be appearing in that series, so I picked those up. This is a series I've never read. I think Grant Morrison's the writer, which his stuff is kind of out there sometimes. Next, I picked up issue 30 and issue 54 of the Ultimate Fantastic Four. This significance is, I'm not sure if this was the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies. It might be the second appearance, but and issue 54, it's the first appearance of the Ultima Agatha Harkness, which is the nanny that kind of takes care of Wanda and Vision's kids. With WandaVision coming out, I figured why not, so I picked those up. And you can see price tag on this book right here at one time was $10. And like I said, I got these all for under $1. The next series I picked up was X-Men Adventures, based on the 90s X-Men cartoon. And if you've watched some of my previous videos, I already had one copy of this that I bought. But rumor is that they're bringing back the 90s X-Men cartoon. So who knows? That's issue 1. I got issue 2. Issue 3. Issue 4. And then issue 15, which was the final issue of season 1. Then I also got, I thought this was a cool Phoenix cover. This was from season 3, issue number, I don't even see the issue on there, issue number, huh? But anyway, it was a cool, issue number 7 from season 3. Okay, I'm not going to show all these, but this is Valiant's Hardcore. And this book is worth absolutely nothing, probably $1, less than $1, which is what I paid for it. Some of the other Valiant issues are starting to heat up, so who knows if they ever bring the other characters in the Valiant universe. Maybe they'll start a movie or a TV show based on this comic, and I picked up like 15 copies of that. So 15 copies of Hardcore #1 by Valiant. All right, the next group is from Dark Horse, Star Wars Tales. I never read these when they originally came out. Like I said, less than $1, so why not? So that's issue 1, a cool Darth Vader cover. Issue 2. Issue 8. I got issue 10, the regular cover. I got issue 10, the photo cover. Issue 11, the photo cover. I just noticed Garth Ennis wrote that. Issue 22, the photo cover. And issue 22, the regular cover. I got issue 18 of the Batman Strikes, based on the cartoon of the same name. Also got issue 39 with a cool Black Mask appearance. Next, I got Black Panther #2, number 9, number 11, And then this was the big one, the Black Panther Annual #1. A lot of debate about this comic. It's kind of the first appearance of Shuri in the Black Panther costume, but it's a so-called imaginary story set in the future. This book was at one time over $100, but it's still, a $50 to $70 book. So again, less than $1. Next is Amazing Fantasy #2. This is the book that introduced, I think her name's Arana, to the Spider-Man lore. Issue 1, which if you saw another one of my previous videos, I did get the first appearance in issue 1. That is issue 2. I got 2 copies of that. Issue 3. 2 copies of that. And issue 4. Next is Ultimatum #1. The #2, which is the 3rd printing. Issue 3. And then issue 8 of the Ultimates. Next is issue 1 of the Taskmaster miniseries. Then issue 2. Then I got Thor #617, which is the first appearance of Kid Loki. 2 copies. And 3 copies. Then I also got the issue #5, which is the first appearance of the female Loki, and that is a variant copy. And supposedly those issues are going to be key in the Loki Disney Plus TV show. Next, I got issue #5 of The Vision and the Scarlet Witch. #7. 8. And 9. Next, we have issue #5 of the Batman Adventures with Deadshot on the cover. A couple copies of Daredevil #256. That's an early Typhoid Mary appearance. DC supposedly bringing back the Milestone universe, so I got issue 1 of the Blood Syndicate. Issue 29 of Superman the Man of Steel. I don't know, this may be the first time that Superman meets Icon. I'm not sure. This is Captain America 348 with the Flag Smasher. Firestar in her own miniseries, issue #1. Issue #19 of the Web of Spider-Man with the first appearance of Solo, which is he's like a mercenary. There's talk of Solo being in a movie or being in his own movie, which I cannot imagine them doing that. But next one is Iron Man 250, Acts of Vengeance. I remember that. Great crossover. Next, we have Superman in Action Comics #689. I believe that's the first appearance of the black costume, Superman. We have the first appearance in Steel and Superman the Man of Steel #22. We have Thunderbolts #75. And we also have a cool Green Goblin variant cover to issue #128 of Thunderbolts. That's a cool one. I love that cover. We have Peacemaker #1. He's getting his own HBO series after he appears in the Suicide Squad. We have the first appearance of the New Warriors in Thor #412. Again, I paid less than $1 for all of these. Bloodshot #1. Final Crisis #7 with the first appearance of Calvin Ellis, the Superman He's a black Superman. I forget which Earth he's from, but he's also, not only is he Superman, but he's the president on that Earth. And Michael B. Jordan has been attached to play him in some form or fashion at some point. So look for this book to really heat up. We have Zatanna 1. 2 copies of that. Static Shock 1. 2. 3 copies of that. Michael B. Jordan's also attached to this movie, but not as a star, I think just as a director. We have a cool Submariner fighting Venom cover from the Initiative number 4. Submariner Initiative number 4. We have Doom War number 3. We have Marvel Fanfare number 11 with an awesome Black Widow George Perez cover. I got 2 copies. 3 copies of that one. This is Captain America number 309, the second appearance of Madcap, which is rumored to be the villain in Deadpool 3. We have Vengeance number 4, starring Loki. Got 2 copies of that. Also got 2 copies of Vengeance number 3 with Dr. Octopus. Of course, the key issue of this series is the one starring Miss America. I forget what her real name is, because she's supposedly appearing in the Miss Marvel TV show or one of the MCU shows that's already been announced. This is a Secret Invasion number 7 cover. Cool Skrull Spider-Man versus Wolverine there. We have the Dark Avengers 1. 2 copies of that. And a copy of Quantum Leap number 9 by Innovation. I have a lot of these, but I did not have this issue. So Quantum Leap, a great show from the 80s. Fantastic Four Annual number 27. This also ties into the Loki TV show. I forget what it's called, the TVA, the Time Something Authority. They appear in this issue. We have a special of the Soviet Super Soldiers. Dark Hawk number 1. I've got 3 copies of this now. You can't have too many Dark Hawk number 1s. And Sleepwalker number 1, another forgotten character who supposedly may be being seen in the MCU. We also have Space 1999 number 5. If you've never seen this show, it's a crazy concept, but a great TV show starring Martin Landau. All right, next is a Star Wars stack. This is Star Wars The Clone Wars number 6. Star Wars books are heating up, as probably a lot of people know. This is not the first Ahsoka Tano, but I believe it's maybe the 4th appearance of Ahsoka Tano. Of course, the big one is Star Wars The Clone Wars issue number 1, which is her first appearance. I got 2 copies of that. I got Star Wars Dark Times 0, number 3, number 4, number 6, number 13, number 14, Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, another Disney Plus show coming. That one is from the Rebel Opposition series. This is Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Leader number 1. We have Knights of the Old Republic 0. Issue 36. Issue 40. 41. 42. Now, for some reason, I want to say this has some heat to it. I don't know why. I think it's Dark Malak, maybe. Issue 43. Issue 46. issue 48. That kind of looks like a Mandalorian helmet there. We have Star Wars Rebellion, issue 12. Got issue number 14 of Rebellion. Star Wars Legacy number 10. Number 20. Number 28. That's a cool cover, number 31. 32. Another cool cover, number 34. Number 35. Number 36. Number 38. Star Wars Invasion 0. Star Wars Invasion number 1. Star Wars Invasion Rescues number 1. I got 10 copies of Annihilation Conquest Wraith number 1. There's some kind of tie-in with this and Venom and Null. This was a really hot book, an over $100 book at one time. It's still in the $50 to $70 range. So I got 10 copies of that. I got 5 copies of issue 2. I got 12 copies of issue 3. And I got 8 copies of issue 4. So I'm going to actually be selling these online, I believe, just to get rid of some of them. So that was a ton of books. Man, I'm worn out. So what did you guys think? Do you think I think I did pretty good. I mean, $100 for all of those books. Plus I got a long box with it. So just let me know what you thought. Leave some comments. Remember to hit that like and subscription button. And we will see you guys in the next video. And what do I always say? Don't forget to brush and floss. Later.